I'm excited to be in Ohio. I like that your Mexicans are Caucasian. That's nice. Oh yeah, it's a mariachi band that's traditional. I kind of feel, you know, Jesus is white, so these guys are white, and so I love God. No, I don't know. Are we a religious group? Pray right now. Okay, good. I do have an IUD. I have that's my new birth control. My old birth control was being cool. But I have an IUD now. I went to Claire's and they... I have two moms. Rust is butch and Orta is femme. And I have... And these gay moms, they're gay. One of them's gay, the other was just like really easygoing. And she's like, I'll eat whatever you're eating. She doesn't really. I was conceived through artificial insemination, which I think is a weird way to phrase it, because it was authentic insemination. It wasn't, artificial makes it sound like it was like plastic or something. And they're like, yeah, I'm really inseminating you. But it was cum, and it's real. It was $1,000 a load, so we should call it that. We should call it it's fancy cum. Really, that's so overpriced if you look at supply and demand for that. Inflation is so bad. That's... I'm on the battlefield of Chattanooga and Chickamauga. On the plaque, it'll say how many men died and then also how many horses died and also how many horses wounded, which, come on. The wounded horses are dead. We've seen the movies. This is an 1870 rifle. It's got a shovel on there. And then this is just a knife. It's just like to cut fruit. I'm not in a museum right now. This is a barbecue house. This is their art. This is a monument for the regular brigade, which the regular brigade, you don't want your boyfriend in the regular brigade. You want your boyfriend in a different brigade. We're often referred to as Acorn Boys. Not an insult, a compliment. Acorn Boys, positive. It could go both ways. This is where Erica Kirk shot all of her t-shirts out of during the Civil War. It's her t-shirt gun. And then she didn't fight. This is Peace. She's barefoot. She was pretty useless in the war, actually. This is where Hans Chegg was mortally wounded. He died here. And this is a bunch of cannons. If you were killed by cannons, would you want the monument made for you to be a bunch of cannons? If that's what killed you? I think is not a monument. I think they actually just used this. This is old school surveillance state. And these guys are having a ball. This was a drone in 1860. I think they used it to treat everyone. Look at that. And I thought my health insurance was bad. There was no insurance, but they would amputate everybody for free. So that's nice. This was a big loss for the Union. The way that they've set up the tour and the monuments and everything, it's very like literal. Like these are the names, these are the times, this is what happened. And there's not a lot of like feeling about it. Like there isn't really, the way that this is set up, it's very just like, this is what happened. And there's not a lot of like interpretation of what that means for us now. Goodbye cannons, goodbye guns, goodbye monuments.
A guy on the freeway asked for my number on the freeway. It was kind of, I was hit by a truck. Truck hit me. And we had to exchange information. A rental car. So, you know how they're like, oh, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I'm gonna return the car stronger than I got it. I paid for insurance, so it's kind of good. I don't know, when you pay for insurance, you kind of hope you get hit by a truck. Because otherwise I spent $1,500 on nothing. I bet that a truck would hit me and I won. I called the insurance people and they were like, can you describe it? And I was like, yeah, you lost. Your car's fucked. Like, what does it look like? And I was like, it looks like a broken car. It's a pretty big truck. Don't worry, he's fine. He was actually really nice. He was actually really apologetic. He did need to clip his toenails. That was worse than getting hit by a car, was seeing his feet.
On our way back to the rental store. When I was pretty young, I got an abortion, and I actually got pregnant in a cemetery, which was foreshadowing. Kind of cool. Who knew that God is such a good writer? No, I'm just kidding. I wrote that. There's no God. This is coming to you from the Confederate burial ground in Atlanta, Georgia. So I feel pretty fine about filming content here.
Someday, not yet. Oh, what a rush, what a thrill. And I hope that everyone saw that at the end of this show, the reason for the show is truly at the end of the show, you get to walk away with some fruit. Oh my goodness. Incredible, we've really invested in the chicest.
It's fine, this wind is there's wind in here. Atlanta weather sucks. It's gonna get wet soon. From my bits.
Driving across the country. Is anyone else going through a breakup? He's from Midwest. So I grew up in California. I live in New York now. Now I'm like, let me see the middle of the country. Let me like check out what it's like. Because I don't really know. I just know like stereotypes and stuff. That's not really how things are. And then I got here and the host immediately lost his tooth. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe the stereotypes are all correct. Maybe I need to get the fuck out. I was naked a lot as a kid, to the point where my mom had to find a preschool where I was allowed to be naked, because I was into it. I don't know. I think because I was copying, I don't know. My mom was always naked, because she was going through menopause when I was growing up, so she was like too hot for clothes. So I think there's this idea like gay parents are like groomers, like they're trying to like make their kids gay, which implies a lot more soft skills than my parents have. Like a lot, she would walk around naked, and then we'd have to like hose her down, and then she'd yell at us like, "I'm still hot!" And weirdly, that didn't make me gay. Kind of crazy. You would think that would happen, and I'd be like, "Yeah, I want to marry this," but. I have seen her naked a lot, and my mom does not groom anything, so we're safe. She's pretty... If anything, I am the groomer. I shave my vagina. I get that from my donor. It's from my father's side. My sperm donor shaved his vagina, and so that's where I get it from. That's all I know about him. He's white and he shaves his pubes. I used to care a lot about being hairless. I lasered my pubes. I did that at home for hours with something I bought on Target online, and it didn't really work. It maybe killed like 60%, like 60% of the pubes. So now I just have now my vagina kind of looks like an old woman's chin. That's sort of just. I do well if you've recently lost a grandmother. I do pretty well, but other than that, then I'm not enjoying it.
Okay, do you need a ride? I can still pick you up, I think. Okay, sorry, bye.
We're at the stage for a breakup right now where we're back together, so it's fine. I'm kidding. I wrote that a while ago, but you're so disapproving. Don't do it! Don't do it. I know, you're yucky. Okay, so I just wanted, I hit him up, it wasn't like marry me, it wasn't, oh my god. Alright, never mind, I'm a really good woman and feminist and I do everything good. I hit him up, I was like, can I just get like one more UTI? And, for the road. I want to hit all the rest stops. And so he was like, yeah, for sure. And so it worked out. I was like, oh, good, your dick's still dirty. That's great. I was worried. He had 2 months to clean it, but thankfully he hadn't gotten around. So.